Joe.
I don't think Rocco sucks, despite his race. In fact, I think Rocco's amazing. I think he's great.
Right on.
I say, you know what? Out of all the people here, no offense, he might be the most influential person in the room.
Yeah.
Just as far as my life goes.
Of the four of us.
You guys have all contributed to my life. You've influenced me, but he's the most influential.
If he's not the most, he's definitely the second most.
No, well, this group, he's
and this was the most.
influential.
Okay. Respect.
I have felt Rocco's influence for years. It's been a saving grace in my life. I've gone through some dark times. I've come close to the edge.
No.
And the only thing that kept me on this plane of existence was this guy right here. I've felt this influence for years. And finally, he's been recognized by the rest of the internet and video gaming industry.
It's an honor.
Can we clap for Rocco?
Yeah, we can.
Can you get really close on him while we clap?
Rocco, he pulled me aside. He pulled me aside before the podcast started, and he said, "The first thing I want to talk about is this thing I got."
Yeah.
But he didn't want to seem cocky or egotistical, so I brought it up.
That's true.
We asked you. We said, can you slip it in?
Let's talk about it. Complex.com ranked 25 most influential people in the video game industry who are non-video game developers. Rocco Bodie was ranked number 2.
Oh my god!
Number 2!
That is above, by the way, let's just recap.
Yeah.
Who did you beat?
It's a logical list. It makes sense.
Yeah.
That I beat Robert Koo.
Robert Koo?
Robert
business manager.
Robert Koo is number 10, I believe.
Creator of the biggest video game conventions in the world.
Robert Koo is the most prominent figure in video game conventions in America, possibly the world.
A huge figure in culture in general.
Yeah, Robert Koo.
But specifically, video game conventions, he heads the two biggest ones in America.
Yes.
You're more influential than him.
Yes.
Okay.
You can piss off Robert Koo, and you would still be in better standing than if you pissed off Rocco Bodie.
That's true.
He holds more influence.
More power.
Should be kissing
more power.
my butt a little.
Okay. Who?
There's a lot out there
Who
that
else?
piss them off.
Felicia Day.
Oh.
She has a lot of fans.
Wow. Yeah.
But she was so far down on the list compared to our influential friend here.
Yeah.
She practically wasn't even on the list.
No, I know.
That's true.
Well, have you seen her work on the guild?
Fatality.
I
did
beat him, and I was way. And this just a personal compliment to me, regardless of this other stuff. I don't know if that's joking or what, but I was many spots higher than Jessica Negri. Which to me, that's a compliment. That's a compliment to me. Just I lost some weight this last year.
Right. Rocco,
feel good about that.
More influential than hot chicks. Sorted.
What
about Daigo Umehara?
I was higher up than
way
that.
higher.
So
Yeah.
Who are these?
Because I'm better. I'm better. At
He
Street
was
Fighter.
behind only one man. Only one man in the world holds more influence over Rocco Bodie.
Thick Dick Kevin.
If Rocco, if Rocco were Gandalf, this man is Saruman. But before Rocco has yet to fight the Balrog.
Yeah, that's true.
He's Rocco the Grey.
In 2013, Rocco is Rocco the Grey.
And then
that makes the White Wizard.
Yeah. Listen up, Mithrandil. They're telling you the truth.
That makes number 1 Yahtzee.
Yahtzee the White.
Yeah.
Yahtzee the White.
Who's Yahtzee?
The most influential person
Zero
in
number 1, idiot.
Oh, that guy?
Eric Doy.
Currently does 0 punctuation.
However, I will say, and I'm not, this doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But just in all fairness, I should bring it up. Yahtzee did help develop a game once.
Oh!
So I think he's
disqualified.
So,
you number 1.
So,
technical knockout, disqualified. Yahtzee is
I'm
not.
just saying.
He is a video game developer, so he doesn't technically belong on that list.
That's true.
That makes
a lot more sense.
Technically makes Rocco
the
most influential
Yeah.
non-video game developer in the video game industry.
That's
holy
so
shit.
impressive.
If we're talking technicalities, Rocco is number 1.
I just want to. I hope that we don't. I don't want to talk about everything this week because there's a chance we might have a Rooster Teeth guest next week, and I want to let them know they weren't anywhere on the list. So
they weren't.
They were not.
They were not.
Thankfully.
And, okay.
Did Griffin make it?
Brental
All
Floss
jokes
wasn't
aside,
there either. No,
all jokes aside,
no Brental Floss.
What about Game Jew? Did he make it?
Not this
I
year.
think
No.
I found it really surprising Rooster Teeth wasn't on that list.
Yeah, I did too.
Especially considering Rocco Bodie was number 2.
Number 2.
I would think Bernie'd be, I don't know, number 25, 24, above. I don't know. When I hadn't got to number 1 yet, I actually thought it would be. I was like, well, come on.
Did you get the link before you knew you were on it?
No, someone sent it to me. I think you're in here. Oh. And I went, okay. But I didn't know where, and then I skimmed through it. I skimmed through it and actually closed it because I was like, no, I'm not. I looked from 25 to like 10 and went, no. And then later I was like, what was he talking about? I clicked it again. I was like, 2? Whoa. What the hell? 2. And I thought number 1. I was like, oh, that'll be Bernie or whatever. But,
yeah. And all right, now I just want to say something. They cited in the article that Rocco, amongst the 4 of us, was chosen because of his personal YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
That was the reason for making it one person.
Whatever.
Your video game influence is from the video bikes.
Yeah. By the way, because that is...
They saw Street Meals.
Yeah, because that is the tool that makes you so influential. Have you put up a personal video? Influenced anything lately?
Yeah, I did. Well, a lot of people don't realize this. It rained in San Diego.
What?
So I showed... I had a video in high definition showcasing the rain, in which Garrett pointed out, whoa, rain in San Diego, to which I responded, hello. So I think it opened up a lot of eyes to the weather.
But this isn't a series, too. Don't forget, this is number... Do you even know?
But...
Not many. It doesn't rain much here.
No, that's true.
In all honesty, let's call the kettle black. It is the Mega64 Podcast that makes Rocco, and dare I say all of us, so influential.
Mm-hmm. We shine.
I'd say so.
And by proxy, all of you watching.
Yes.
All of you watching right now, are the ones who Rocco influences, second only to me. He influences me first, and then he influences you.
We're number 2.
And without me and you, he would not have made it on the list.
No.
So, round of applause
for everybody at home.
Yourself.
For everybody at home. Everybody at home. Everybody at home.
Congratulations.
Thank you. No, actually, I want to throw another congratulations out, not to anybody else here, but one person. And that is, Garrett was really happy when he read it, and in Mega64 was a quartet. Officially in whatever.
What non-Mega64 fan wrote that bullshit? We're a power trio.
But
okay.
To be fair,
this
Garrett.
Shit?
I mean, it's in print. It says of the 4.
Garrett, I have to be fair though. They didn't say any names.
True.
So
they meant Kevin.
Eric, please sit down.
I am assuming.
I mean, Kevin, will you stick a thumbs up in front of the camera? That's number 4 right there. Hell yeah.
I mean, you just mentioned the podcast is what caused all this. This guy's the one doing
the he's working the camera. What's Eric doing?
Then again, Eric,
browsing Facebook
Eric's the
now.
one that any moment could turn this off, so I'll keep it in good faith here. But anyway, but no, I thought that was, I know this is weird, but back when, a couple of years ago, we got an award from the guys at Screw Attack for like best podcast or something.
Right up there.
It's up there. And even when they emailed me about it they sent us their trophies. Even when they emailed me, it was kind of with a giggle, like, hey, here you go. Here's our award. But you know what? It actually meant a lot to me because we've been doing this a long time. And not for just the praise of others or whatever. We do what we think is fun. And, we've done it. This is like our 10th year kind of doing stuff in some form. And so but we never find ourselves on any, we're not winning any streamies. We're not winning any webbies. We're not doing any of these things that, like...
We didn't even get nominated for an Internet-y.
A netty.
Or
who nutted? I'm sorry?
Sorry. Or a YouTubey.
Or a funny. We didn't get any
of funny. We didn't win any funnies.
Or a potty.
We have to be to get one of those.
A potty.
But,
I want a potty.
But we're never on... When anybody makes a list of, like, the oldies, award-winning internet things, we'll never be there, and that's fine. But... So, when we were recognized that one time, it was like, wow, that was really special to me. And you know what? 2 times in one day last week, that article came out that called us influential, and then the big article on the site newmediarockstars.com did a whole thing on Mega64, and that was really complimentary too. The guy starts off the article saying, "Mega64 videos make me feel like shit."
That's what.
And I was like, "What a great opening sentence!" And it went on to explain that these videos do a lot to dig into herd mentality on strange things, and I find myself part of that, and it makes me question why. And it was like, that is so. Even if that's BS, that means so much to me that this guy made it more than. You know what I mean? And so the fact that both of those happened at the same time, that was a very good day.
Good day.
Yeah.
Sean was sick in bed that day, but me and Derek enjoyed them.
But I kept getting the text.
Yeah, that's true. He did
updates,
get texts.
and what a pleasant surprise while you're sick in bed.
I don't know if they fixed this, but when the article came out, they misquoted something.
That's true.
And they did.
That is true.
I just want to let everybody know.
The video, you could see who said what, but the text.
If you read the article and you're a true Mega64 fan, you probably realize I would be the one of the group who would want a game about being a serial killer.
Attributed that to
Not
Sean.
Sean.
Not me.
I thought I was reading it, and I thought that.
You're
I
right.
felt like, wow, Sean was off his game.
I was like, because I could hear it in all your voices
Yeah.
until that part, and I went,
Yeah.
"That's strange."
Yeah. Sean's talking about how he doesn't think video games make people violent, and they should in fact be more violent.
It was
Sounds like Sean.
It was funny. Yeah, and then there was another part where I said, like, where me and Sean were like, yeah, the PlayStation 3 is kind of our system right now, not really into the Xbox.
Yeah.
But then Derek comes around and says, yeah, but Xbox is the best online. That's my favorite system, not the PS3. But I think they attribute that to me. So it's me going, yeah, PS3 is better than the 360 right now. But the Xbox is better than the PS3 right now. It was just like two quotes from...
But that's
anyway.
just, hey, only two quotes of a lot. I honestly think
but watch
that
the video and you'll see.
It turned out awesome. That was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they were good. They were cool.
That was
they had
our
good questions.
first like legit photo shoot too, right?
Yeah.
Like, we haven't done
The
that.
photos-
Well,
good,
we had done some in the past a long time ago. We did,
Yeah,
like City
yeah,
Beat
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
But like, yeah,
City Beat,
really
yeah,
on that,
City
yeah. But yeah, we went to an arcade in Irvine.
We did a photo shoot once for a pitch package for a television network, and
Yeah.
the photographer was unconfirmed, but I'll confirm it here, even though it's unconfirmed.
No, confirm it. Yeah.
On cocaine.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
guy,
We confirmed it. Yeah.
He was. This must have been back in like 2004,
Yep.
and this guy was wearing a silver tank top that was skin tight.
Wow.
And he had glasses in his hair, and the whole time he was just, yeah, that's awesome. Oh, this is great. Oh, this looks so good. Oh, this is great. Yeah, stick your arm out that way. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'll put my arm up.
And then he got like pissed off. Like he
yeah.
he hit a wall
And
then took
yeah,
a
and then he had to
downward
take-
swing.
He had to take off really fast and like go back to LA, and I think that was because somebody was like stealing his cocaine.
I know. Yeah, that was. I was informed later that was exactly what it was.
Someone was
Found out.
stealing his cocaine?
There was someone like trying to break into his house or something.
Oh.
Something to that effect, and he really needed to go. So that was anyway.
So-
Needless to say, we never ended up on that channel.
Yeah, but so we've done some photo shoots in the past.
Hey, I have to hand it to the chat.
Yeah.
Snorted is pretty funny.
Right, photos.
But that very channel, well, he wasn't in. No, he was not an employee of that channel.
it
But I
really
want to
comes
talk about
full
that
circle.
channel. I want to talk about that channel.
Yeah.
He was not an employee of. He was just a third-party photographer.
But he was preparing a pitch package for us.
for the channel. Yes.
And we didn't. This guy was a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
And we're not friends with that friend anymore.
Yeah.
So when you ask a friend to bring a friend to do something, be careful.
Be real
Because it could
careful.
end the friendship.
You could get blown away.
But yeah, I wanted to bring up G4 ended this week.